3, 2, 1. We're here. We're here doing laundry. Welcome to Folding with Friends. Oh, I just realized we're wearing team colors.
Yay, great. Team great. Hi,
Matchers.
everybody. Welcome.
This is my beautiful neurotypical wife, Andrea.
Hi.
I'm certified ADHD coach, Ryan Mayer. And you are people who might have laundry to do, or maybe something else you want to work on. Or you could just hang out. But whatever you do, make sure we're going to have a competition. Who can put the most likes on the video? Come on, who can do it? Let's go. No sound. Turn it up then. Can everyone else hear me? Love Stillness says no sound. Can other people hear me? Dana O'Keefe, can you hear me? Stearns Deanna, can you hear me? Let me get our time timer.
Yeah.
You gonna talk?
Yes. Hey, guys. So if anyone out there has laundry to do, tonight's the night. Do it with us. Grab it. Let's do it together. Friends don't let friends fold alone. Or if you have another task that you need to do, but you kind of don't feel like doing, now is your opportunity. We will help you. We'll body double with you so you can get that task done. So put it in the chat. Let us know what you want to work on. And we are here to support you in getting that task done tonight. Or if you just want to kind of lay back, kick your feet up and relax and hear about some ADHD chatter.
Chatter.
And about how Neurodivergent 2025 went from Ryan, then kick your feet back. And
Judy Warfield just got the #1 gifter badge. Come on, people. Vero Chan's here. Finally did my laundry, folded it. I'm so proud of you. Okay, can people not hear me? Why is this? Why? I don't think I'm on mute. Do other people hear me? Okay, I'll try. Be right back. Okay, China's got the #1 gifter badge. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Hopefully people on Instagram can hear us. Yeah, keep going. Keep going with the likes over here on TikTok. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hey, Cheryl Wood, can you let us know? Can you hear me right now on TikTok? Or I'm sorry, on Instagram? Can y'all hear me? Okay, I don't know why it's not working. Huh. Why wouldn't it be work? Wait, you can? DK, you can hear me? DK Villamel? Okay, good. Okay, good. It does work. Okay. Love Stillness. Okay, yes. All right, cool, cool, cool. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Well, welcome back. Hello, everyone. I'm ADHD Coach Ryan. This is Andrea. We're doing some laundry. Anyone else have laundry to do? Okay. Mary C190, thanks for letting us know.
all right, let us know in the chat, everybody. Where are you guys from? Where you at tonight? Let us know in the chat. We are living in Cleveland, Ohio, and we're starting to approach the spring season. Our son is on his first week of spring break, and we wanted to do something fun, but it was 44 degrees yesterday. But we put on our coats and our hats and our gloves, and we made it outside to the zoo. We didn't let the cold weather stop us. And Ryan was in sunny Austin, Texas this past weekend for Neurodivergent 2025, a conference, and he was actually a speaker at it.
It was so cool. And for those of you who stick around, tonight I'm going to share with you the topic that I talked about. And I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about the 7 biggest mistakes to avoid when you're an entrepreneur with ADHD. Any entrepreneurs out in the audience tonight, by the way? Oh, good. China's folding laundry in Cali. Good job, China. We're here with you. That's so cool. By the way, where's everybody else at? Yeah, so Mary C says, stay safe with weather watches and warnings. What's going on? Oh, Matt, the game is on. Matt Reckelbaum.
Oh, great. Woohoo. Was Matt at the conference?
No.
No. Next year, Matt. Next year. Did they say if it's always going to be in Austin, or are they going to like?
They're gonna
rotate?
mix it up.
Okay. That's cool.
And this is not the conference; it's neurodiversion event. It's
It's
different.
just called an event.
An event, because like they don't want to be a conference; they want to be an event.
All right. So how did it work out with like? Because they didn't have any food at it, right?
Right.
So that was different than other things that you've been to.
Yeah, and like there wasn't like coffee on site. So it's like they were trying to do their best to keep cost low.
Okay.
So for those who are just joining in right now, we're talking about this event that I attended in Austin called Neurodiversion. Really cool event. There's about 300 people that went. Danny Donovan was there. Jessica McCabe was there. Jesse J. Anderson was there. My Lady ADHD, Trina, was there. And then if anyone's ever heard of the World Domination Summit, the founder of that is who started this event. His name's Chris Gillaboo. And he did a great job. So we are definitely going to have another event next year. Yeah, so I'm excited. To be honest, I was like very unsure what to expect going in, but I'm really glad that I went. Let's see. I think there's a fake mouse in the laundry. Maybe a jar full of nuts full of fake snakes. Yeah, it's a classic. Okay, we got Sarah tuning in from Pittsburgh. Helen followed us. Thanks, Helen. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, because it's April Fool's Day. Got it. When do you fold? Ben says, when do you fold the gags for your children? As in like keeping them quiet. Yeah, sometimes we need to. Our kids are a little wild sometimes.
Which we also do have one son that's neurodivergent, and that explains some of his behaviors. But we love him for who he is.
Speaking of our neurodivergent son, tell everyone where you took him today.
Oh yeah, guys, I took him to the Museum of Illusions in Cleveland, downtown Cleveland. So that was pretty fun, different.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of mirrors and
like optical illusions, right?
Yeah. It was all like optical illusion things. Mirrors and most everything was a lot of mirrors, and then some were like shapes. The coolest one, it was all cool, but one of the cool ones was like this like metal like ring shape. It looked like 3 rings kind of like sitting on each other, but then when you spin it, it looks like they're like twirling.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then there was a few like perspective things. Yeah. Like
I remember like Katie and her daughter.
Yeah, like one person stands in the front of the room and the other person stands in the back of the room, plus it's like a dip. So one person looks really big, one person looks really small.
Did you and Ethan do that?
Yeah. We did it, and then we switched places and did it. So I was big, and then he was big.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Ethan ended up getting a fidget toy that's called, what is it, an infinity block or something?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It like keeps moving. It's very appropriate for the Museum of Illusions.
Yeah. when he was at his therapy appointment earlier, he had found like a scrunchie on the ground and he was like fidgeting with it the whole time, like playing with it. So whenever he wanted to, Ethan's love language is gifts. And whenever he asked for a gift to get something at the gift shop, I'm like, okay, like, you know, it's really special and meaningful to him if I get him something. So
Welcome, everyone. So glad you're here. Oh, Weird Person LOL is here. You listen to the podcast and they're so helpful. Thank you.
yay.
The clock reminds you of a heart. Yeah, exactly. Hi. We're so glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
Just
the
folding
newest
some laundry.
podcast episode just came out today about grieving. So log on to YouTube.
Or any of your favorite streaming platforms.
And what's your name on YouTube?
I think it's Ryan Mayer Coaching.
Ryan Mayer Coaching on YouTube. And it should be the most recent video that populates on there, which is going to be the More Than ADHD podcast, episode 21.
I believe so. Cheers to everyone. If you haven't hydrated your brain, feel free to do that.
I do need to drink.
And I want to tell you all about this presentation I did in Austin. Really cool to bring together members of the neurodiverse community. And we tend to have a lot of entrepreneurs. Again, anybody out there, entrepreneurs, would love to know. So I want to tell you, in my humble opinion, what the 7 biggest mistakes are. The first is trying to do everything yourself. We tend to fall victim to this because we feel no one can do it as good as we can. And while that may be true, there's only so much time in a day. So my solution to that problem is to hire people to help, especially on the things that we don't enjoy doing. So that's tip number 1. What do you think some of the biggest challenges, anyone who's watching, what do you think are some of the biggest challenges for entrepreneurs with ADHD? I bet you can guess some of the ones that I said in my lineup of 7. So the one that I have as number 2 is having unrealistic expectations. In other words, we get really frustrated with ourselves when we're unable to get everything done in a day, even though we know that that's not realistic. So what I like to say, and it's very similar to my friends on the Attention Different podcast, Aaron and Steven, they say this too, that it's about radical acceptance. And just realizing, like, hey, it's okay that we are the way we are, but what's not fair is us expecting to be different and then getting upset with ourselves when we can't do it that way. Does that make sense? Okay, good. You were about to say, yeah, trying to do a lot more than what you can. Perfect. Our friend over here, Weird Person LOL on YouTube. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. Would love to have you follow us over there. But whatever platform you're on right now, get your thumb some exercise. Get some likes on here, because the more you do that, yeah, China, exactly, right? Attention Different. Tell me why it made you tear up. Okay, so number 3. Here's how I told it when I was giving the speech. I said, I have a very good friend who lives in Los Angeles, and he's telling me all the time, you need to come out here, come visit. And so I could just say, well, that's that's out on the West Coast. So I'll just jump in my car here in Ohio and start driving west. And eventually I'll get there. Well, kind of, maybe, I think. And the point here is, in order to know if you've hit your goals, you need to know the targets that you're aiming for. Like, if you want to hit a target, you got to pick a target. So instead of not knowing, and basically, how many times do we go into our day and we just are reacting? So if you work in an office job, especially, I fell victim to this many times where I thought to myself, well, I'm just going to log in and, check my email and see what's going on. And 2 hours later, like, I hadn't actually done any work. I'd just been checking and organizing my email. Anyone else relate to that one? Feels like much less judgment. Yeah, exactly. Accurate phrase. They're putting on some good content, China, on attention difference, so check that out too. I saw them this weekend at the conference as well. So one of the big things that I will tell my clients all the time is this concept known as the MVP mindset. MVP stands for most valuable priorities. And so if we zoom out and we pick whatever our goals are for the quarter, for the year, then each day, I always tell them, hey, just pick 3 things to work on. And then you could bounce back and forth between those 3, but it'll give you something to work on. And we always want to celebrate the things that are going well, even if they are small wins. So I'm just wondering, what can we celebrate with you today? Is there something that went well for you this week so far? Andrea, what's some wins we can celebrate that you can celebrate?
I'm gonna celebrate Ethan and I having our mommy-son date today.
Yeah, that is cool.
Special time together. And it was cute. He was helping me look for street parking because one of the things I really dislike is paying for parking. And we passed the parking lot that was $25 to park. I'm like, oh, I think we can do better than that. We were looking and I saw one for $6. I'm like, oh, it's not too bad, but we'll keep looking. And then we found a street spot. And at first I tried like 4 times and I just could not get in there to the parallel parking spot. So I just decided it was too small. We'll keep looking. And then we found another spot and one try, one and done. I got in there.
Nice job.
Thank you.
That's a win.
Yes, absolutely.
Didn't have to pay and you got into the parallel parking spot.
Yes.
Wow.
Back to your saying about MVP, that's an excerpt from your masterclass, the 5 shifts to conquer ADHD at work, with which Ryan offers for free, that you guys can find either through Ryan's profile, or you can go to ryanmayercoaching.com/5 shifts. That's a number 5 shifts. ryanmayercoaching.com/number 5 shifts. And you can register for the how 5 shifts to conquer ADHD at work masterclass for free. Ryan spent months working on it. It's a great resource.
And for a while, I was selling it for $1,000. And I said, you know what? People just need to know this information. So you can get it for free.
Very generous of you.
Well, what I always tell people is money is just an echo of value. So if I keep giving people value, I think I'm going to eventually, it's going to come back to me anyway. So it didn't really make sense for me to just be holding on to that when more people need that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone on here heard of Doom Piles? Disney Nuggy. What a fun name. Doom Piles. I used to think it meant like, impending doom. But does anyone know what it stands for? It's actually an acronym. Anyone? Is it weird to have baby fever at 16? It feels weird to ask or say, but I can't help it. Well, no, babies are cute. I hear you. But trust me, Live your life.
Maybe volunteer.
Yeah, go babysit some children. Because turns out there's a no return policy, and having kids changes everything. I was just talking to a client about that today, that before kids, Andrew, remember, like, we would go out, stay out real late on Fridays, we could sleep in on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have human alarm clocks that jump on us in the morning. So, but that's okay. We love them and we're excited to be parents, but I would definitely say don't rush into it, because then your independence goes away. Let's see, biologically it makes sense. Oh yes, biologically it makes sense because that's like the prime time fertile years. But practically it's just better to wait and enjoy your teenage years. 100%. There you go, China. Totally agree. So Weird Person LOL says, study tips. I spend multiple hours on one assignment and get so burnt out. I know this is random. That's okay. We love random. Well, my guess is that the assignments are ones that might not be your favorite subjects. Would that be accurate? Just a guess.
Yeah, sounds like it's not engaging, not interesting to the person.
Yeah. Tell us, what are the subjects that you are struggling with, out of curiosity? Because I might have some ideas. See if we can help. And Weird Person LOL says history, math, English. Okay. Well, one thing that I like to do is get moving. So is it possible to listen to any of your material, or even walk on a treadmill? Like, I have a standing desk in my office. That has been helpful to me. So that's an idea. Patrick H. 417, thoughts? History, math, English. I studied for 2.5 hours and got a B. Okay, well, just know this, Weird Person. It turns out that in the real world, they're not going to ask you what score you got in history class.
Absolutely not.
So as long as you can pass and you are also growing as a person and learning new things, you'll quickly find there's a lot more to life than grades.
Yes. Just got to get through it.
And there's another thing that I never really thought about till I was older, but can look at school and just the system itself, and see if you can gamify it. Like, just play the game that you need to play to get some decent grades, but realize it's not real life. Find things that get you excited, that you're passionate about, and then spend time doing those. But then also balance that with what is practical and can help you to make money and help you to create the life that you want. Because I feel like there's extremes. There's the people who love their life but don't make enough money to have, enough like money to put in the bank. But then there's some people that get so caught up in how much money is in the bank that they don't live their life. So that's life lessons from Coach Ryan. But basically, just try to find that balance and don't be too hard on yourself, especially if you're putting in that study time. But I would say another idea might be to see if there's a study group. See if you could, meet with someone in your class and help each other to study. That might even be more efficient. That was something I never thought of when I was in high school.
Alexa, off.
If you're just joining us, we are folding our laundry. And if you have laundry out there, get it. Let's do it together. Friends don't let friends fold alone.
Anybody else doing their laundry? China, how's yours coming along?
It's called a body doubling.
Body doubling? What does that mean?
You find
What's up, Brittany
you find a
International?
friend and you tell them what you want to get done. You state it, and then your friend states what they want to get done, and then you both work on your task simultaneously.
Speaking of, I got some big news you don't even know about yet.
Oh, let's hear it.
So I had some clients suggest to me, because they know the power of body doubling.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to get some body doubling stuff together for quite a few years now. And it just hasn't really worked out yet. So what we decided to do is create a WhatsApp group. And anytime somebody needs a body double, you can go into this WhatsApp group and say, hey, I'm interested in a body double. And then we can find you someone. You can find someone who wants the body double. And that's all part of our community. So if you're interested in getting some body doubling, Andrew, if you could tell them about where the community is, and then they can say in there that they want to join the WhatsApp group, and we can get them in there.
Yeah, you can join the community completely for free through Ryan's profile. It's ADHD Coach Ryan on Patreon, and you can join for free. And there's 10 different chat channels going on about what your wins are for the week, what ADHD probs are going on, and we have a challenge of the month, which
we got to pick this
yeah, it's a new month.
Anybody have ideas on what we could have as a challenge for our community? Open to suggestions. Weird person, LOL. You should join as well. Foxy Jen Millennials here. KG, thanks for following, KG. Oh, good. China's got a lot done so far. Cool.
Woohoo! Nice job, everyone.
So let's get back to the 7 biggest mistakes to avoid if you're an entrepreneur with ADHD. So we talked about doom piles. And one of the reasons we do laundry is because if you have a cluttered space, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So Andrea and I like to get the laundry out of here. But it's the same way with your workspace. If you work from home or if you work in an office, it's just good to make sure you have clear space so you can work on one thing at a time. So I have a little ritual that I call daily desk duty, and my team will always ask me, hey, have you cleared your desk yet? And it's just nice because then I can just focus on whatever the task is that I'm trying to get done. So I always recommend clearing that space, and then I really like having my office so that when I walk in there, I just know, okay, it's time to go into work mode. And it's definitely a mindset shift. So have that sacred space you just know that's where you're going to get your work done. So that is my tip when it comes to that. Thoughts on that, anyone? Oh, hello, butterfly. Welcome. Clear the floor in one room as a challenge. Exactly. There you go. Liz Tilly coaching in the house. What's up, Liz? Hey, Lisa. Good. Yes, we are folding. So glad everyone's here. We've got our timer going, and we're making good progress as we go along. One thing that wasn't good when I went to the conference is that I did not get great sleep. I was working on my speech, up until the last minute, which gets back to that number 2 of having radical acceptance and just knowing, hey, this is how I've always done it. It's not how I want to do it, but also not beating myself up too much when it happens, because it ended up working out fine. So there's no real benefit to like getting really mad at myself because people ended up really liking the presentation. But yeah, to clear things out, I like to say if you have more space, you have less stress. All right, let's see. Wandering Gaunt, welcome. Thank you for following me. Vero Chan is back. Hey everyone, if you're just joining us, I am Ryan Mayer, certified ADHD coach, neuroinclusion consultant, and master facilitator. And I'm here with my beautiful wife, Andrea. We're doing some laundry and being body doubles to help you get your tasks done.
Yeah. And guys, exciting news. It is the new month, so we're going to have a new challenge in the ADHD Coach Ryan community. So definitely check that out. It's completely free to join. And we have hundreds of members that come together from all across the globe. We have a really active member that's in Malaysia. So like 24/7 support anytime you need help. Either we're awake or he's awake. So get in there. You can join through the profile or through Patreon. Look up ADHD Coach Ryan. Good things are happening. And you're just in time to start the new monthly challenge, which let's put it out there. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any ideas of what the monthly challenge could be for April?
Yeah, this is something where we want to try to make it fun. We want to try to have, a reason for people to go to the app to check in.
And we try to make it be something that is going to help ADHDers, whether that be to help them drink more water or to make sure they're eating food or moving their bodies or connecting with friends and family members or clearing clutter or getting tasks accomplished or just like self-love. A lot of times people with ADHD are really hard on themselves and have a lot of self-hatred. So, reflecting back on, love for themselves. So put in the chat, what do you guys think would be a good challenge for the month of April? Let us know.
What about a spring cleaning?
I always like a good spring cleaning.
Because that could be one.
Yes.
Like get rid of one doom pile.
Yeah. Like a day or like.
Well, yeah, or I don't know. Whatever people can, like, spring cleaning can mean whatever it means to that person, I guess.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's cleaning out the old stuff in the fridge.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. We could use that.
Or like donating stuff that isn't like it's still in good shape, but let's just be honest, we don't use it anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Getting rid of clothes that don't fit or we never wear. So that could be.
Yeah, maybe just pick like one room to tackle.
Yeah.
And then work on it. Like spend like 5 minutes a day on doing something in the room.
What does everyone else think? Oh, weird person says drinking water. So that's a really good one.
Never a bad idea.
Yeah. Bonus points if you're drinking water. Which, speaking of, do you have some?
I'm out. I gotta go refill.
Here, you can have some of mine.
Oh, thanks. Okay, that's good.
Cheers.
Have you washed your cup lately?
Yeah, I did. Right before I went to the trip.
Oh, good.
It actually tastes pretty clean.
Did you have group coaching today?
Yes, but first, let me finish up my 7.
Okay.
So for anyone who's just joining right now, I'm going through this, the 7 biggest mistakes to avoid as entrepreneurs with ADHD. Oh, Butterfly says drinking water is a good one. I never drink enough water. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Butterfly makes a good point. She says 1 doom pile a day sounds overwhelming.
Yeah.
So that's maybe a little too aggressive.
I agree.
So number 5 is, oh, thank you for sending the goat. That's great. Number 5 is having blurry boundaries. So in other words, like not having a hard start time and a hard end time. So this is something I still struggle with, and especially working from home. Like it's easy to say, well, yeah, I'm going to get started soon. And I do really try. So Andrea is always very encouraging and loving towards me, helping to remind me to get my day started. And then at night, well, I should say at the end of the workday, like I really want to be spending time with the family. So I need to just like crank up the urgency during the day so that when it gets to the end of the day, I can feel good about, shutting it down. Because something that I say to all my clients is just remember, when you say yes to anything, whether that's going to a meeting or taking a phone call or whatever, that means that you're saying no to everything else as a result. So remember, when you say yes, you say no. What's up, Pamela? Hey, Chelsea. Thank you so much again for that. Thanks, Carrie. Hey, and anybody who's just getting here, give your thumbs some exercise. Like the video. If you're feeling super crazy, you can share it. We want to try to reach more people with ADHD and let them know that they're not alone and that you belong here. All right, so that was number 5, is not having blurry boundaries. Say no in order to say yes to the things that are truly important. So that number 6, I was saying before, I didn't get good sleep when I was there. And I was saying when at the conference or at the event that I went to, it's so easy to justify like, oh, I just have so much work to do. I don't have time to go work out. I don't have time to exercise. But the truth is, with the body-brain connection, we got to get our bodies moving. Humans are made to move. My coach used to say to me, movement is mandatory. So it's absolutely a non-negotiable. So even like today, I wasn't able to wake up early enough to work out with Andrea, but I did. Anytime it's a day where I'm not playing basketball in the morning, I make sure that I'm walking on my walking pad in the office. So I make sure I get in at least 30 minutes. So I accomplished that today and feel really good about it. Because science shows that those with ADHD experience a big jump in our cognitive abilities when we move our bodies. So there's a reason why you feel so good after moving around. And then, oh, hey, Pinky. Pinky, I love being a mommy. Thank you so much for sharing. And then the last thing, number 7, is not undervaluing ourselves. Not asking for the price that we deserve to get. And it's very easy to feel bad and have a lot of sympathy for people and say, well, I'm not going to charge that much. But when it comes down to it, this is your livelihood, especially when you're an entrepreneur. So you have to make sure that you are getting paid for what you do. So there you have it. That was my presentation, the 7 mistakes to avoid as an entrepreneur with ADHD. Da, 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 da.
Good job, Ryan. Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
So and if you guys are interested in hearing more from Ryan presenting, he has a completely free masterclass, the 5 shifts to conquer your ADHD at work. And you can get it for free in Ryan's profile, or you can find it at ryanmerrickcoaching.com/5 shifts. Tell us about group coaching.
Who was it? Oh, yeah. So we had a really powerful session today. We had someone who, like so many of us, struggles with multiple, like, co-occurring neurodivergent conditions, including ADHD, anxiety, and depression. And this person was struggling with a lot of negative self-talk. And the rest of the group really rallied around this person to remind them of all of the great work that they've done and that it doesn't have to be perfect. Because what's so ironic is that I remember sometimes telling clients, like, the perfectionism is the perfectionism worth the penalty that you pay? And usually it's not. And we just talked through that with this person, and the person agreed. Like, they just need to get the thing submitted, and that they're going to feel much better when their project gets done. So that was one person. Another was talking about getting an official diagnosis. And for those of you out there, anyone out there think they might have ADHD, but you're not sure, you haven't gotten an official diagnosis, but maybe you're thinking that you might. Can anyone relate to that? Anyone? Oh yeah, Think Time Planner. Great name, by the way. She says exercise does make a difference, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea says, me. Wait, I already forget. What was the question I asked? I forget. You're thinking you have a diagnosis. So can you tell my ADHD online, because I'm really tired?
Yeah, guys. So if you're thinking you may have ADHD, but you're not sure, you can start by taking a free assessment that Ryan has at the very front of his website, ryanmerrickcoaching.com. And there's a free assessment that you can take that has some questions about the ADHD symptoms to see if you're in the ballpark. And if you are in the ballpark, it will respond back and tell you, hey, it sounds like you may benefit from taking the assessment. And then
well, they already took the assessment.
The official assessment with ADHD Online, which is $135. $180 with the coupon.
Before the coupon.
And Ryan has a $50 off coupon. You can use Coach Ryan 50, Coach Ryan 50. And that brings it down to $130. So I think it takes like an hour to complete that, but you'll hear back within 2 days from a certified clinical psychologist, and then they'll talk to you about what their conclusions were from all your answers to the questions, and kind of what the next steps are as far as if you want to get a therapist, they'll help connect you with a therapist. If you want medication, they'll help connect you with the provider that can prescribe medication. And it's all pretty awesome because they just had some research studies done on ADHD Online, and taking the clinical assessment is more accurate than an in-person assessment. So pretty cool what technology can do.
So yeah, again, you can go on to my website and take a self-assessment so that it can give you some ideas of what to talk about. And then if it makes sense to move forward, you can go with our partners from ADHD Online and get a formal diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what one of my clients was talking about, was pursuing that, trying to get some answers.
Yeah, great. Did they decide to do it?
I sent them the link, so we'll see.
Good.
And then someone else has been doing a fantastic job. And so his was just really about maintaining. So like keeping the momentum going forward. So we talked about ways to do that. And then we had a new person join from Llama Life. And that was exciting. So,
oh, good.
She joined from the UK.
Super.
Mm-hmm. And had a really good experience, and she's looking for a job. So we were giving her some ideas.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, here's 2 purple ones.
Nice.
Well, guys, we're just finishing up. How are you guys coming on your tasks? Let us know in the chat.
How's everyone doing out there?
Wow, we are struggling with the solo socks.
Solo socks.
It's bad.
This one there. Hey Don, J Prav, what's up? Hey Deborah, thanks for following. So LRD Thomas asks, does ADHD go away when you get older? Unfortunately, if you have ADHD when you're younger, that does not go away. However, the symptoms and the severity can vary. Yeah, can fluctuate depending on like what type of job that you take.
Life circumstances.
You know, are you in a stressful situation? Like, for example, a lot of women, like they might be able to cope and have a lot of managing strategies throughout life. But then once they get to buying a new house, getting a new job, having a baby, they're, getting married, a lot of different life events coming, changes coming, hormonal changes. These ADHD symptoms can present themselves. Same thing with men though, like they may not have as intensive symptoms until they get into like a high stakes job, for example. So yeah, there's a lot of variation. Coach Ryan is now a certified medical professional. But what I can tell you is, as someone who got diagnosed in high school, it definitely does not go away, but it can get better as you manage it. Hope that helps. All right. Are we good, Andrea?
We're good.
All right. Hey, I just want to let all of you know. Oh, good. China's working on her socks. You're doing great.
Good job.
China, we hope you think about joining the community for free. Sure would be great. And LDR Thomas, thank you for the likes. And thank you everyone for joining us, for hanging out for a little while. You can join our free community through the profile. If there's topics you want to hear more about, let us know. We're going to be here every Tuesday, folding our laundry. So 8:45 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. So let us know how we can help you, because I want to let you know, just like my podcast says, you are more than your ADHD. And it doesn't define you. We're not broken. We don't need to be fixed. We just need to be put in the right situation, get the right support, and then we can be successful.
Absolutely.
From team gray top and black pants to yours, we would just want to say, we love you. We believe in you. Don't give up. Anything else?
We'll be back here at 8:45 p.m. Eastern next Tuesday. So hope to see everybody back. We'll be folding, so bring your laundry. And join the Ryan Mayer coaching community on Patreon, ADHD Coach Ryan, to see what the challenge is going to be for April. Join, it's free.
LDR Thomas, send me a direct message. I can answer that. Bye.